It has been said that we die twice in life. The first time when we take our last breath, and the second time when we are forgotten.
Do you have a loved one in the nursing home? Well, this video is a story about that. It involves a 70-year-old man who was a resident in an assisted living care facility in Huntington, West Virginia. He also had dementia. And what happened to him was just unimaginable. And it's leaving a lot of questions in people's minds as to who's at fault for what happened. So, for those of you that want to hear the story, here we go. This all happened on December the 30th. This man, Chuck Carroll, was experiencing flu-like symptoms. So then an ambulance EMT crew is called to his residence assisted care living facility where he lives because he cannot take care of himself. He has dementia and he has no local family. As the ambulance arrives, they load him into the ambulance and then proceed to take him to Huntington, West Virginia, Caroll Huntington Hospital. And the details matter very much in this case because you will see in the end what happens to this man. And to people out there who have loved ones in an assisted care living facility or in a nursing home, I mean, this is unimaginable. I mean, you would never think in a million years would this happen to my mom, my dad, my aunt, or my uncle. Well, it happened. And I wish it wasn't true, but this is exactly what happened.
Been 12 days now since an elderly man with dementia went missing in Huntington, and this happening during the coldest temperatures and snowiest times of our season.
You talk about timing. Huntington police say Charles Allen Carroll was last seen on December 30th leaving Caroll Huntington Hospital. A missing persons report was filed then on January 5th by his social worker. But no one has seen him. With a breaking news alert, Huntington police have confirmed the identity of a body that was found in an outbuilding this afternoon as a man who had been missing since December 30th.
That was Monday night, more than 6 weeks after Chuck went missing. He was found dead just blocks from where he was last seen, still wearing his hospital bracelet. Chuck's hospital visit was on December 30th. Here's a timeline of what Kevin Grayson says happened after that. On January 3rd, Kevin's nurse called Caroll Huntington to check on Chuck. According to Kevin, the nurse was told he was no longer a patient. On January 4th, Kevin's wife and co-owner of the facility sent a text to Chuck's case manager through DHHR to check on Chuck's status. Kevin says they received no response. Kevin says they later learned that case manager was no longer working for DHHR. On January 5th, police say a social worker called to report Chuck missing. On January 6th, police issued a silver alert, a week after he was last seen. On February 21st, Chuck's body was found in a shed just blocks from the hospital.
The moment that he was sent in and they heard that that he had dementia or he had Alzheimer's, there should have been an immediate placement in an observation room, a fully glass window room where either the charge nurse could have eyes on him to know that he's there and he's okay, or someone there knowing. That's why he was sent through Caroll County EMS, so that somebody could walk in with him. There's no explanation on how you take an elderly patient with a high fever and dementia, clearly get handed report, clearly get signed off on. You know now you're responsible for that life.
I am at the Woodmere Memorial Park in Huntington, West Virginia, and it has been a little over a year since Chuck Carroll walked out of the Huntington Caroll County Hospital emergency room to where he would disappear into the night to be found 6 weeks later. His body found inside of a building. Even to this day, there hasn't been a lot of questions answered on how he passed away, or how did the system fail him? How did he slip through the cracks? How did he lose his life? So I come here today to pay my respects to Chuck, to keep him alive through the story, so that this story will live on, and hopefully someone learns something from it. Maybe the system will not let anyone slip through the cracks anymore, and to let them lose the most precious thing that they can lose, and that is their life. When someone is ill at a nursing home or a hospital, the last thing you want to get is a phone call that they are missing, to be found deceased 6 weeks later in a building because they were trying to get out of the cold. Remember, everyone, to always check on your loved ones, because the system just might not do it. And always tell them you love them, and give them a hug whenever you can, and don't take them for granted.